So, when it comes to the government, one of their all-time favourite things to do is to just take your money. But what we potentially have today is a complete overhaul to the council tax system. And I don't really make many predictions on this channel. I kind of find that the future is very difficult to forecast as it is. So when it comes to predictions, like I said, I tend to steer clear. But at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a prediction. And honestly, I'm about 99% sure that it's going to come true. Because it says that there could be new council tax bans under the Labour Party's government. And they claim that that will push bills up by £1,230. And whilst I do think that that estimate is a bit high, like I've done some calculations, I don't think it's going to add an extra £1,230 to your bill. Like, just being honest and upfront with you, 0.5% kind of works out as just about the same than the council tax that you're paying now. But that's exactly the method that they're going for. Because it says that banding would be ditched and tax bills would differ house to house. So it's effectively 0.5% of your property's value. And I'll just do a bit of a calculation actually. So how that works out, if your house is $250,000, I know it sounds like a lot of money. Well, it's because it is a lot of money. But the average house price in the UK, especially in a couple of years' time, if we were to add 0.5%, and bear in mind this is every single year as well, and 0.5% in the form of taxes, works out to an extra £1,250 every single year. So like I said, it's about on par with where things are at the moment. But what I think they're going to do with this, and it is kind of a clever tactic, but hear me out, right? So at the moment with council tax, the maximum that you can put it up is 4.99%. So that's the highest that the council can raise it, 4.99%. But with this method here, what they're going to be able to do, if they base it on your house value at 0.5%, how long do you think it's going to be before they make the increase to 0.6%? Because it sounds small, 0.5 to 0.6. It sounds like a tiny increase. So if they move it to 0.6, the Labour government are going to be able to say that they've only raised council tax by 0.1%. And I can guarantee you that they will say that. They'll say we're the only party that has raised council tax by 0.1%. But unfortunately for the Labour government, that's not how percentages work. Because the increase from 0.5 to 0.6, like I said, and obviously you're aware of this as well, but the politicians will try and skew your opinion. The difference between 0.5 and 0.6 is actually 19.9%. So in a couple of years' time, if this all gets passed, and when they're sat there saying, oh, we've only raised your council tax 0.1%, that's the lowest in generations, I guarantee you they'll say that. And when they do, just remember to yourself that it is actually a 20% increase. So whilst it does sound good at the moment, and it does sound, on paper at least, like it's on par with your council tax at the moment, I kind of think this is one of those long-term plays. Because the Labour government know they've got a good couple of years in place. You know, they've at least got 4 or 5 years, let's face it. So that's quite a good amount of time to get all of this done. And like I said, considering that we get zero value when it comes to your council tax, and they're even trying to charge you additional money for your bins, if we got good value, it might actually be worthwhile. But we don't get good value at all. We just get told to swivel and then we get sent the bill. But let me know what you think. Are you okay with the government charging a flat rate for council tax? Or like myself, in a couple of years' time, will this just be getting increased? And thank you for becoming one of the 41,038 subscribers.
This country has gone crazy.